Good afternoon, ma'am. In previous class, we have seen some molecules which are given with bond line representation. How we are going to give the name of that compounds. Okay, and finally, we are remained with one example given in textbook, page number. Just 1 minute, ma'am. Page number 335. This is the compound they gave example, ma'am. Observe here, CH3, CH2, CH2. This carbon has two bonds, so CH2. This carbon has three bonds, H. This carbon has two bonds, CH2. This carbon has three bonds, H, CH2, CH3. Okay, this is the compound they give. How to give name of this compound? That one small rule is there. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 carbons are there. Straight chain. Next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 minute more. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just 1 second, ma. Small thing here. 1 minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, ma. Here, this total chain is there. This is given in next carbon in textbook. By mistake, I wrote CH2, C, CH3, CH3, CH2, CH3. Then here one hydrogen only. Here we have two hydrogens. This is the given compound. You can observe in textbook page number 335. Okay, now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 carbons are there in parent chain, straight chain. Next, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another chance is also there, we are getting 10 carbons. But here, by giving any parent chain, by selection of any parent chain, we are not getting same name. Then we have to select one parent chain as main. According to that only we have to give the name. Two parent chains we are getting possibility. Straight chain 10 carbons. Like this also 10 carbons we are getting. Okay. Now both the ways we will see. and which one we are going to select. That one we are going to discuss now. First thing, little bit I will decrease the space and I will write now, because 2 times I need to show on board. That's why. CH2, C, CH3, CH3, CH2, CH3. This is the given compound. One more time I am going to show same compound. Okay, now both parent chains I am going to select. First possibility and second possibility. This is first possibility. And this is second possibility. Okay, which one is going to be correct? That one we are going to check now. Observe all of you this molecule. Okay, now coming to possibility 1. This parent chain has side chains. Here you have to do one thing, that is the chain which is directly bonded to parent carbon is called side chain. The chain which is directly bonded to parent carbon is called side chain. The chains which are bonded to side chain, this one and this one, those are called branched chains. Once again, the carbon chain which is directly bonded to parent chain, the carbon chain which is directly bonded to parent chain is called side chain. The chains which are bonded, or the carbons which are bonded to side chains, are called branched chains. Now we have to count for every possibility number of side chains and number of branched chains. Number of side chains and number of branched chains. Observe, this is the parent chain. The CH2CH3 is directly bonded to parent chain carbon. The CH2CH3 is the side chain, is the chain which is directly bonded to parent chain carbon. That's why that is called side chain. Next, this is directly bonded. This total chain is one chain, continuation only, na? No discontinuation is there. This is totally continuation. So this is totally one chain which is directly bonded to parent chain. See, directly bonded to parent chain. So side chain, that is also. This possibility has 2 side chains. 2 side chains. This chain which is bonded to side chain is called branched chain. This one is also branched chain. Then 2 branched chains we have. This possibility has 2 side chains, 2 branched chains. Coming to this possibility, observe carefully. This is second possibility. Okay, now this is parent chain carbon only. This straight chain is there, na? Or this one. Anything you can take, no problem. This is side chain. This is side chain 1. Here this carbon is directly bonded to parent chain only. 2. This carbon is directly bonded to parent chain. This is 2. This is also directly bonded to parent chain. 3. Here we have 3 side chains. This is the chain which is not directly bonded to parent chain. It is bonded to side chain. So this is branched chain. One branched chain. So first what I have done, we are getting in this compound two possibilities. Both possibilities have same number of carbons, parent chain. This is contained by 10 carbons. This is also contained by 10 carbons. This type of checking the number of carbons present in the parent chain. If they get same number of carbons, then only this type of possibility we have to check. Two parent chains we are getting same number of carbons, then only this type of rule we have to follow. Otherwise no need. Which one has maximum number of carbons, that one we will select. Is it okay? But the problem here in this molecule is we are getting two parent chains which are getting 10 number of carbons. Both are not getting same names. Okay, that's why we need to give one parent chain. According to one parent chain, we have to give the name of the compound. That one we are going to do now. Okay, for that I have written two times this molecule, same molecule only. This is possibility 1, this is possibility 2. Possibility 1 contains two side chains and two branched chains. Now what is meant by side chain once again? That carbon chain which is directly bonded to the carbon chain which is directly bonded to parent chain. The carbon chain which is directly bonded to parent chain is called side chain. The carbon chain which is directly bonded to parent chain is called side chain. The carbon chain which is bonded to side chain or which is not directly bonded to parent chain is called branched chain. The carbon chain which is not directly bonded to parent chain is called branched chain. According to that, what we are going to say here, this is the parent chain. This parent chain carbons in which this is the carbon chain. This is the carbon chain which is directly bonded to parent chain carbon. This is one side chain. And this one is directly bonded to parent chain carbon, second side chain. So it has two side chains. Now my question is, these carbons, are they directly bonded to parent chain? No, they are bonded to side chain. That's why these are called branched chains. 1, 2. How many carbons present in that chain, that is not the matter. If it is continuous chain, that is called one chain. Even though it has one carbon, that is called one chain. Separation is there, no continuation. Here this is not continued like this and this is not continued like this. Is it okay? So this is one chain, this is one chain. These two are branched chains. So first possibility has two side chains, two branched chains. Second possibility, if you select this one as parent chain, this one will be side chain 1. This is directly bonded to parent chain 2. This is also directly bonded to parent chain 3. 3 side chains we have. This is not directly bonded to parent chain. This is bonded to side chain. That is called branched chain 1. Okay. Out of these two possibilities now, we have to select the possibility to select the parent chain. That one must contain maximum number of side chains. The parent chain must contain maximum number of side chains. We have to select the parent chain which must contain maximum number of side chains. Out of these two, which one has maximum number of side chains? Second possibility. So this is our parent chain. This is not our parent chain. According to this, we have to give the name of this compound. Now, how we are going to give the name of this compound? I am going to rub this one and I will give the name. I hope you understood, everyone, how we have to select the parent chain. If you have same number of carbons, we are getting different names. Same number of carbons present in parent chain, but we are getting different names. Like that, if you get any condition, like this we have to follow. Check the number of side chains and number of branched chains. We have to select the parent chain in a way that the parent chain must contain maximum number of side chains. The parent chain must contain maximum number of side chains. This one has 3 side chains. So this possibility I am going to check it as parent chain, and this possibility is not needed. Then according to this possibility, what is the name of this compound? Okay, we have to give numbering ma. Anyways, we are clear that from here we have to start numbering. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Why we have to give like this numbering? Like this, if you give numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sixth carbon has side chain. But like this, third carbon has already side chain. So least number rule again. We have to select like this numbering. Okay. Now after selection of numbering one, in side chain again branched chain is there. In side chain again branched chain is there. Correct? Then what we are going to do? For this also we have to give numbering. For side chain also we have to give numbering. In what way? Directly the carbon which is bonded to parent chain, directly from the carbon which is bonded to parent chain, we have to start numbering. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because in side chain again branched chain is there. How to give the name of this compound? Okay. After writing the name, once again you will be clear, no problem. See, the carbon which is directly bonded to parent chain. From that carbon I started giving numbering. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. On which position ethyl group is there? Second position. Okay. Now how we are going to give the name of this compound? See carefully. On third carbon methyl groups 3, 3 dimethyl. On third carbon 2 methyl groups are there. 3, 3 dimethyl. Okay. Now this total is present on which carbon? Fifth carbon. Are you able to see ma? This is fifth carbon only na? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth carbon. This total thing is present on fifth carbon. So I am going to write 5 bracket. In that bracket this name. Okay. Starts with 1 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. On which position ethyl group is present? Inside chain. This is ethyl group only na? Second position. 2 ethyl. 2 ethyl. This is the parent chain. Inside chain again parent chain. Contains how many carbons? 4 carbons. But that is not the total parent chain. How we are following the name for main parent chain, like that here also we are giving numbering 1, 2, 3, 4. That is treated as parent chain. Inside chain. That is treated as parent chain, inside chain. Number of carbons 4. On second carbon we have ethyl group 2 ethyl. Number of carbons 4 but that is not main parent chain na? That is also present as side chain butyl. On fifth carbon this entire group is present. What is the group name? 2 ethyl butyl. On second carbon ethyl group is there. Parent chain contains 4 carbons. Butane, actually we have to write butane, but that is also side chain, that's why butyl. In butyl we have second carbon ethyl group, that is the meaning. This total chain is present in fifth carbon of main parent chain. Main parent chain name contains 10 carbons na? 10 carbons with all single bonds only, decane. The name of this compound is 3, 3 dimethyl 5 2 ethyl butyl decane. 2 ethyl butyl decane. One more time I am going to explain now. See. This is the selection of parent chain over. Numbering is also clear because we know this one is getting least number. So I started numbering from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The problem faced here is, till now we didn't get this type of problem. In side chain also we have branched chain. In side chain also we have branched chain. Then we have to give name of this total chain that is entirely present on which carbon in main parent chain, fifth carbon. So fifth I mentioned. Now what is the name of this? Normally how to give name of this compound? We will select parent chain 1, 2, 3, 4 or 1, 2, 3, 4, anything same only. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 we gave the parent chain. On second carbon we have ethyl group. On second carbon we have ethyl group. See, parent chain. Second carbon we have ethyl. 2 ethyl. Number of carbons here 4. Butyl. Root word but. Why I wrote yl? This is not main parent chain. This is also one of the side chains present in main parent chain. That's why butyl. Second carbon ethyl butyl. 2 ethyl butyl. This entire group is present on which carbon of main parent chain? Fifth carbon of main parent chain decane. That is the name. 3, 3 dimethyl 5 2 ethyl butyl decane. That in this way we have to give the name of this compound, and this is the correct name. Okay. Previously that carbon chain has 2 side chains and 2 branched chains. This one has 3 side chains and 1 branched chain. So we have to select the parent chain in a way that it should contain maximum number of side chains. Okay, ma'am. This is about that I told now one example they gave in textbook, that is this one. Okay. Please understand clearly. So many times I explained. Okay. In what way we have to select the parent chain? That parent chain must contain maximum number of side chains. In that way I selected the parent chain. After that, how to give the name of the side chain? Even though it contains branched chain also, we have to start numbering from the carbon which is bonded to parent chain 1. From there 4 carbons. On second carbon we have ethyl group. 2 ethyl butane we have to write, but this is also side chain butyl. 2 ethyl butyl. Entire that group is present on fifth carbon of main parent chain. That's why I represented fifth. Okay, 3, 3 dimethyl 5 2 ethyl butyl decane. This is the name of this compound. This compound is given in textbook, page number 335. See once. Okay, I hope you are clear, I think. Now we will go to next example. Those are cyclic compounds. Let us see how we are going to give name for the cyclic compounds now. Cyclic compounds means first carbon and last carbon must be bonded to form like a closed chain. Okay. These are also contained by carbons and hydrogens only. These are also contained by carbons and hydrogens only. Okay, first thing, if you have two carbons closed ring, it is not possible. With two carbons closed ring, it is not possible. One more bond is double bond only we will get. No chance of closing the ring. So it is not possible with two number. Okay, ma. So cyclic compounds should be started with at least 3 carbons. Cyclic compounds should be started with at least 3 carbons. Then we have to start with like this compound. See, this carbon and this carbon forms like a closed ring. This type of compounds are called cyclic compounds. And now, how many hydrogens are present in each carbon? 2 hydrogens are present because already they are satisfied with 2 bonds. So they contain 2 hydrogens present on each carbon. Okay, now how to give the name of this compound? This compound has how many carbons? 3 carbons. 3 carbons, what is the root word? Prop. All are single bonds only. N. But we have to show the difference now. Straight chain in this one. That's why this is called. For every cyclic compound, we will write cyclo. For every cyclic compound, we will write cyclo. Now the name of this compound will become cyclopropane. Now the name of this compound will become cyclopropane. Next example, CH2 single bond CH2, CH2, CH2. This is also closed ring, contains how many carbons? 4 carbons. Cyclobutane. Next, bond line representation is easy. This is bond line representation. This is bond line representation. Next, this cyclic compound contains how many carbons? 5 carbons. 5 carbons means root word pent. Cyclopentane. Next, I will rub this one and I will note down my next one. Before that, note down all of you. This one has how many carbons? 6 carbons. But remember, it has no double bonds. All are single bonds only. Then this is cyclohexane. Number of carbons 6. Root word hex. Okay? Hexane. Cyclohexane. This one has how many carbons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 carbons are there. What is the root word? Hept. Name of this compound? Cycloheptane. These are simple only. Now if you have side chains and substituents, same what are the rules we followed for open chain, like that here also. Okay, let us see them. Examples. Like this they give the compound. This is carbon methyl group. Like this we have methyl group. Okay. Now methyl group is present on this carbon. Let us give numbering. Anyways, parent chain is this one only. Cyclic chain is parent chain. Okay. Numbering must be given. That is important. 1, 2, 3. Here in normal chain, we have started numbering left to right, right to left, like that we give. But here we will give numbering in clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. Clockwise, like this. Anti-clockwise. Okay, I think what is meant by clockwise. Clock, how it will rotate, in which direction, like this. Like that, clockwise, anti-clockwise. Okay, like that in 2 different ways we can give numbering. But whatever it is, that side chain containing carbon or parent chain which is bonded to side chain must get least number. That is according to least number rule. Okay, now This one must be getting least number 1. Then the name of this compound, it will be 1-methyl cyclopropane. When there is 1, no need to say that 1 ma. So methyl cyclopropane. Methyl cyclopropane. Next, if you have this type of compound, how to give the name of this compound? Separately I will tell you. Now see, all of you. I told in clockwise direction or anti-clockwise we can give the numbering. Okay. For that I took the same molecule 2 times. Sorry. Now starts with here. We can start from here also. But if you start from here, 1, 2 you will get. 3, 2, 3 you will get. If you start from here, 1 first carbon we will get. That's why least number if you want to get, we can start from here. The difference between that open chain compounds and cyclic compounds will be, in open chain compounds from the terminal carbons only we have to start numbering. From middle carbons it is not possible. But here, from everywhere, this is from here to here, like this in clockwise. We can start from here. As methyl group is present here, no problem. Because all are same only. It is a closed chain now. So from somewhere we can start the numbering, no problem. So from here I am starting numbering 1. In clockwise if I give 2, 3. Then methyl carbons are getting numbers 1, 2 more. Methyl carbons are getting the numbers 1, 2. Okay, now this is in clockwise direction. If you give in anti-clockwise direction, 1, 2, 3, like this. Now say what are the numbers we are getting here for methyl groups? 1, 2. Here 1, 3. Which is better? 1, 2. These are getting least numbers. So this is correct. This is wrong. This way of numbering is correct here. Okay, now what is the name of this compound? The name of this compound is 1, 2 dimethyl cyclopropane. 1, 2 dimethyl cyclopropane. This is the name of the compound. If you give according to this one, 1, 3 dimethyl cyclopropane you will get. 1, 3 dimethyl cyclopropane you will get. Is it okay? Now we will see next one more compound. This is correct name. 1, 2 dimethyl cyclopropane. Next. Double bond is also there in closed chain. Then number of carbons 4, but. Double bond is there, ene, but it is cyclic compound, cyclo. Name of this compound, cyclobutene. Name of this compound, cyclobutene. Like this, if you have triple bond, you will write ine. Same, what are the rules we followed for open chain compounds? Same rules we can follow for closed chain compounds also. But numbering also following least number rule only, no problem. Now further examples we will see. This compound I gave the name cyclobutene. In this compound only, if you have methyl group here. In this compound only, if we have methyl group is here, then what we are going to do? We have to give numbering in clockwise or anti-clockwise. So I am taking 2 times same molecule. Start the numbering from here because double bonded carbons must get least number. Na? Numbering from here. Both double bonded carbons must get least numbers. Both double bonded carbons must get least numbers. If you start numbering from here, na, I told actually from any carbon we have to get. But from any carbon we can give numbering. It should be getting least number. Whatever it is, that carbons, double bonded carbons are there. Both the double bonded carbons must get least number. See, if you start numbering from here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Double bonded carbons are getting 1, 4 ma. If you start numbering from here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Which is better? 1, 2. So double bonded carbons must be included with least numbers only. Okay, because double bond is more important when compared to methyl group. That's why we have to start numbering from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is clockwise direction. Now anti-clockwise direction. In anti-clockwise direction I am starting from here. 1, 2, 3. You can ask me a doubt why we are not starting from here. If you start from here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 4 we are getting double bond carbons. First we have to see carefully about double bonds. What about the numbers it is getting? It should get least numbers. Then only we have to give importance to methyl group. Here, if you start from here, 1, 2, 3, 4. That only previously also I told. That's why I started numbering from here. 1, 2, 3. Now 1, 2. Double bonds. Here also 1, 2. That's why that numbering is correct. You have to remember in a way that double bonded carbons must be getting in least numbers only. Now out of these two, which one is correct? 1, 2 double bond, okay. Methyl group is present on 4th carbon. Here also double bond contains 1, 2. But methyl group is present on 3rd carbon. This is correct. This is wrong. According to this, if you give name 3-methyl butadiene, cyclobutene, sorry. 3-methyl cyclobutene, that is the name of this compound. If you give according to this one, 4-methyl cyclobutene, in both the ways this is wrong and this is correct, because methyl group is getting 3 here, methyl group is getting 4, in which both the ways we are getting same name, butene. 1, 2 only we are getting double bond carbons. Here also 1, 2. Is it correct? Then after selection of that double bonded carbons are getting least number, next priority will be given to methyl group. Here methyl group is also getting least number. That's why that method is correct. Okay. I hope you understood this one. In next class, we will continue some more cyclic compounds. Let us complete the cyclic compounds. After that, we will go to functional groups. I hope you are clear. By doing some more examples, you will be getting more clarity about these compounds. So in today's class, we have seen that how to give the name of that compound which contains same number of carbons in parent chain. After that, we started with cyclic compounds. Okay, in cyclic compounds, how we are giving the names, some examples we have seen. We will continue these examples in next class and we will complete the cyclic compounds within 2 classes like that. After that, we will go to functional groups. Okay, this is about today's class. I hope you are clear. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day. Thank you all.